Welcome to PPI Recording Studio nestled in the cradle of New York City. Welcome to the first weekly episode for the month of February 2026 for Dedication Around the Nation courtesy video marketing series and interview series, because we are getting it out to the nation. Boom, got that and beyond. First photo you see come up today is a thank you to all our YouTube channel subscribers for their foundational YouTube channel techno support. To become a new subscriber to this YouTube series, please, very easy, quick, and simple to help with the evolutionary growth path of this series. As you're watching today, lower right-hand corner of your screen, right down there, red, just like my buddy right here, the lobster, Larry the Lobster, you'll see that red button. Just click on to that red button, please, and that is it. You are now a new subscriber to the channel. As well, you're watching today, lower portion of your viewing screen while you're watching this video, right down here in the middle, you will see this insignia, which is the like button. You can click on to the like button, please, to like this video for YouTube techno support tabulation. And right to the right of the like button is the share box. It's a rectangle. You can click on to the share box, please, to share this episode with your family, friends, and social media. Two thank yous today. First of all is Tom Lawless of the Astroflower weekly video series from across the pond. Tom, thank you for your continued cross-mutual channel support. Very, very much appreciated. Mucho apreciado, senor. And live link in the text description area to this is from last week's Tom's video. So this is very recent. And it'll give you an idea of what Tom does. Energy work and astrology. Thank you to fellow subscriber here, and that is Bob Hilberg. He has a message for everybody. Go Pats! And that is for the New England Patriots. Of course, we have the Super Bowl coming up this Sunday, February 8, 2026, right? So the New England Patriots versus the Seattle Seahawks. So Bob clearly is a Patriots fan. And as well, the next photo you're going to see come up, and that is from Bob's YouTube channel, which Bob has written 2 books over the last handful of years about his experiences of being a photographer for the New England Patriots in Foxborough Stadium. And he's a walking anthology of the New England Patriots history. It's really wild. Live link in the text description area to Bob's YouTube channel. Next photo you're going to see come up, and that is for a last episode here from Dedication Around the Nation, January 22, 2026. Live link in the text description area if you've not seen it. And what I featured in that episode were Christmas tree tube worms. It's a photograph I took scuba diving down in the British Virgin Islands. Now, next photo, which is a continuation from the January 22, 2026 dedication episode. And this is a change-up, right? So, no secret, we had the blizzard of January 25, 2026. I mean, it shut down the tri-state area way up into Massachusetts, Rhode Island, etc. We were supposed to perform on January 25, 2026. You see that flyer on the screen. Scot, Albertson, John Baboian, return engagement to Pearl Street Station as a jazz duo for the Sunday brunch. Unfortunately, that didn't happen because of the storm. Next photo you're going to see come up, it's now being rescheduled to, and that is right here on my right shoulder, April 19, 2026, noon to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 hours. It'll be John and I returning to Pearl Street Station for the jazz brunch. No cover. It's going to be a lot of fun, as always. And what it's going to be is a community event brunch support, meaning just like I do here for the video series, I support other organizations, other artists, artistic endeavors, nonprofits. Now, one of the nonprofits that we've talked about here for the last 6 weeks and will be supported on that April 19, 2026 is, Bob Hilberg's part of this, is, you're going to see that on your screen, for Sarah Fulton, her statue ceremony, which is going to take place the next day, April 20, 26, take 2, April 20, 2026, up in Medford, Mass. And if you don't know about Sarah Bradlee Fulton, she is a American Revolutionary War heroine who had 9 kids. I don't know how she had time to be a heroine when you have 9 kids. But she was, and I'll have live links in the text description area to their website. You can learn all about it. It's a nonprofit. You can donate towards the statue. And it's www.lookingbackatmedfordhistory.com. So next one I'm going to talk about, and this is from the What's New in the Deep Blue desk here, a dedication around the nation. 2 quickies. Number 1, this is from one of our favorite news stations, Wplg, which is down in Miami, Florida. And this came out 5 days ago on their Don't Trash Our Treasure series from that station. Really, really cool what they do. And this is about a follow-up to an artificial reef placements that have been put off of Hollywood Beach down in Florida. And now it's been 5 months. They were sunk May 2025, and the follow-up to the station's news report is now not even a week ago, about 8 months. And within that 8 months, they've seen growth of coral on these artificial reefs, which is absolutely fantastic, and that's the point of it. And even better is you don't have to have dive gear to go down to look at these. They're shallow enough where you can actually just snorkel and go down and check them out. Fish have already congregated back to these artificial reefs. It's really, really cool what they're doing. And a live link in the text description area to learn more about not only that news report, also about the nonprofit that is running that program down off of Hollywood Beach, Florida. Next one is an update for MARINELAND up in Ontario, Canada. Now, it's defunct aquarium and closed for good reason because it wasn't being run right. They have 30 beluga whales and some dolphins that are still there, that are like really on the edge of just barely being taken care of. They need to find another home for them. They've talking about euthanasia as an option, and that's just not a applicable option. So what's happened in the last couple of days, this is all just coming about. It's not set in stone yet, but 4 aquariums in the United States, one being Mystic in Mystic, Connecticut, is talking about splitting up and taking some of the belugas and dolphins between the 4 of them to then become their forever homes, which would be absolutely terrific if that happens. I will keep you posted. Live link in the text description area. You can go on, and this is from Australia News, by the way, and I love that news channel as well as Local News 10. And what's really cool about it, the good news is, when this is done, this is the end of it, because there's no more live trapping of killer whales, orcas, whales, belugas, certainly dolphins, now going to aquariums, because we finally realized, people, the light bulb has come on. It's not safe for the animals, it's not good for the animals, and we're really doing them a disservice. So we're getting on the other side of that whole equation, if you will. Speaking of, this is the next photo of a friend that showed up the other day at my door. And you're going to see Mr. Hawk here on your screen. And what's so cool about this photo, it shows you folks how even with a bare tree in the dead of winter, how their plumage just blends right in with the grand scheme of Mother Nature and the environment in the tree. One reason why you don't see them up in the tree, because their plumage goes right with the bark of the tree. It's really, really cool. He was there for a free lunch. I'm not even going to talk about that. But it was just so beautiful with the blue backdrop of the sky. Very, very cool. And why is it? Because I talk each and every time about we need to get better about recycling, also for trash removal and how we disperse it. And this photo, first one you're going to see come up here, these are plastic bags, folks, that don't belong in the trash. This is 4 months of collecting plastic bags that I've done, removing a lot of them from dumpsters up in Connecticut. And they're all clean and dry, and they need to be taken to a receptacle that takes plastic bags only. They cannot go into single stream. It'll muck up the mix. So this is like hundreds of plastic bags in about 4 months. And then this next photo is this container right here. And one of the reasons why I love walking is because I collect stray metal scrap pieces of metal that are on the side of the road, like lug nuts from cars, for example. And then once this gets filled, I take it to scrap metal, and that's where they go to get utilized in a better way and not lay on the side of the road. So everybody can make a difference, folks. All you got to do is put that energy and put a little brain matter into it, and you'll figure it out. Project 142 Concert Series is the sponsor of Dedication Around the Nation weekly video marketing and interview series. You see the logo on your screen. Now this video series was created by myself. Chip and I launched it here at PPI, April 28, 2020. And now we're rounding the bend to our 6th year anniversary coming up in like 2 months, 2.5 months. Yeehaw. So the whole idea was this was our answer to the pandemic. We took a negative scenario, we reversed it, and started this video series and haven't looked back. And it just keeps growing and growing, an evolutionary path, as I mentioned in the beginning. So this is spawned from Project 142 concert series, which was created and founded right here in New York City in 2010 by retired minister Dick Leonard in his home. It was a very, very intimate, sweet house concert series in Dick's home on the Upper West Side, up by Lincoln Center, and that outgrew its home in 3 years. Dick hired me because he got to see me perform in action as a Project 142 artist in his home performing, and then Dick hired me as artistic director. I took it on to the next step for him. That's what he asked me to do. Created as a nonprofit, also created the website, created the social media platform, and created the logo for it. It had none of that. And that all gets used now, 12 and a half years later, every day by myself. And it was really trucking along until the pandemic as a house or as a mobile concert series in New York. And now we shifted it all around and now are helping organizations like Pearl Street as a small business, as I've talked about earlier. Certainly Jenkins's Aquarium down in Point Pleasant Beach down in New Jersey. Another business that we promoted here, for example, Paul Ponder's podcast series. You're going to see that on your screen. And they are just started their second year anniversary of doing live weekly Saturday shows every Saturday, 12:09 in the afternoon to 1 p.m. on WATD, which is Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Now, one I'm going to put out there for Pearl Street, by the way, and you're going to see that on your screen, February 27, 2026, the new show that's going to be up at Pearl Street, and this is Gordon Michaels. I don't know Gordon, but I told Paul, the general manager, that I'll put the word out for it. Live link in the text description area to Gordon's website. You can find more information about that show. I'm going to take it out today with a song, which I've been doing ever since we started. I always sing at least one song in a video series. Today it's going to dedicate it to Billy Joe Thomas, BJT as I call her. She's watched every episode since we started. God bless her heart. And her birthday's coming up. This is not for her birthday, but this is for Billy Joe. Billy Joe is a professional musician and pianist. She's retired. And this is such a cool song. 1937. Ella Fitzgerald, 16 years old, co-penned it with Chick Webb, who was her mentor back then, who was an orchestra leader or drummer. And she went on to be orchestra leader for his orchestra when he passed in the late 30s, which is pretty wild for a young woman at that point in time.
Yeah. Johnny, right on with the history.
This is pretty cool and has a really very sweet intro verse. You know how much we love the intro verse.
Yeah, we dig those.
I used to wonder if life could be worthwhile. I used to think I'd never rate a smile. Love had no meaning until you happened by. If life's worth living, there's every reason why. You showed me the way when I was someone in distress, a heart in search of happiness. You showed me the way. My skies were all gray. I never knew I'd feel a thrill. Couldn't dream a dream until you showed me the way. The moment you found me, the shadows around me just disappeared from view. The world was so rosy, each corner so cozy, darling, because of you showed me the way. And if I've learned that love can be a paradise for you and me, here's all I can say. You showed me the way. Yeah, Chip. Yeah, man. 1937, Ella Fitzgerald, 16 years old, Chick Webb, man, very cool song. I thank you to Johnny O'Neill for turning me on to that song. I saw him perform one night, fell in love with the song, learned it, and now it's in the repertoire. Very, very cool. We'll see you next episode for our annual Valentine's Day episode next week. And until then, thank you, Mr. Chip, for breezing on the PPI recording studio. We'll see you next episode. Stay warm.